What's going on, Sha?
No, not much. How are you doing?
I'm a little confused.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know that like I joke a lot about like not knowing like how life works. And not that I do, but like I know like my life looks more or less put together. Like I'm married, I got kids,
Mhm.
got a house. Like I'm doing okay in life. I get it.
Right.
Um and from afar, like I could see that looking like, oh, he knows what he's doing. I don't. Like I'm figuring it out as I go.
Mhm.
But I guess I'm projecting that because I got a DM this week, and I'm gonna read you the DM.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm not gonna say the person's name.
Okay.
Okay, but this is what they sent me. They said, "Hey, Gastor, I have a BA in telecommunications.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you what you thought about what I should do with that."
Oh.
Like, no context. I don't remember ever mentioning that I've done anything in that. That's not what my bachelor's is in.
Mhm.
And I felt like a weird amount of pressure of like, yo, like some young person needs advice.
Right.
And they thought, like, if you're young and like you need advice and like you're like so confused by it that you're like, I gotta go to gas store, like
Mhm.
I'm worried, you know? Like I don't know what the I don't know who you have access to, but like
Mhm.
I cannot be high on that list.
Right, right. You've
Like I
exhausted all other options.
yeah, like you went through some shit like nah B, I gotta reach out
Mhm.
to moderately successful in New York comedian.
In New York.
Yo, like I saw that and like I showed it to Gabby. I showed like I'm like, is this like I'm reading this right? Right? Like he just reached out, he follows me, we're not related.
Okay.
So this is someone that's just like, yeah, I've heard his comedy. I like him as a person.
Mhm.
I'm struggling in life with what to do with my career. I'm not gonna ask him about his comedy. I'm not gonna even mention it. He didn't even
Mhm.
say, yo, I like what you do, matter of fact. He just said, hey, Casper, what do you think about this? Yo, that was so out the blue. Hey, listen, I don't necessarily appreciate your comedy, but I like the real estate investments you've made. And I
Right.
want to know. It was so random. And like it weighed on me, Shot. Like for real. I was like, yo, what am I
Mhm.
like? I responded back with like solid, I think solid advice, but like
Okay.
it messed with me that like, is that like a thing that happens going forward? Like people like reach out to
Ask
you
your
with their
advice.
real problems?
Um, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, they will. I mean, if you have shown yourself to be someone who may have figured something out, maybe
okay.
not all of it, but you figured out enough to have a wife and kids and a place that you're living and you're doing comedy. That's not easy. So you figured something out.
Right.
What is it and how can I do that? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you seem to have figured there's something that you're putting forward where it's like, you got a handle on things. I don't.
Right.
Where do I grab for the handle? Where is
Okay.
the handle? And that's, I think, what is going on there. Like
Yeah.
they have some of the things and they're just like, how do I get to where you are? Like, what do I do?
Right.
Yeah. But
Yo,
that is something the more that you are making moves that are beneficial and you're also letting it be known, like it's being seen. You
right.
know, you're
Right.
not you're very open about your life. People will want to know uh more about it. They definitely haven't you had people want to pick your brain about
It's usually
comedy or something like
comedy,
that?
yeah, but
Yeah.
like not about like your career ambitions from your bachelor's degree in telecommunications. I don't know what
Mhm.
to do. I don't even know what that is, what that means anymore.
Right. Yeah. True. That's a very good point, which might be why they're so lost. I feel
Yo,
for anyone who's getting degrees in, like, media or journalism or anything like that right now because everything's in such flux and has been for so long. My roommate has a degree in journalism and he graduated college like as newspapers were failing. You know what I mean? So he's just got this degree and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like, I mean, what just happened? You
yo,
know?
part of my in my master's in my not my master's, what do you call that? My major
Mhm.
required me to like I study media stuff. So like
Mhm.
I remember taking like 3 classes in learning how to like design websites and being by far the best kid in the class at it. Like I had
Mhm.
my shit done 2 weeks in,
Mhm.
and 2 years later, my 12-year-old cousin had to explain to me like shit online. Like she was
Yeah,
like, "Yo, this is how you like change your profile on MySpace."
right.
And like was crushing me. Like
Mhm.
I was blown away by the stuff she was pulling off on that thing. So I knew right away, like, oh, my degree doesn't mean anything anymore. Like,
Right,
right,
so
everything I'd spent time studying, it was just an exercise for my brain. But like other people have already been doing this from birth,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's definitely, like that's why I feel for people who are getting degrees in that because it's just like, what do I do? I mean, some things are just kind of basic, and a lot of it's like you can learn without a degree if you're
Yeah,
just online enough. Like, I didn't realize, uh, um, like with regards to say your cousin who's just like, here's how you update this and that on MySpace and Tumblr taught a whole group of people how to code.
yeah.
I learned how to code from that shit. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. I just wanted to make the words go a little slanty so that when you click on it, it would take you to whatever article I wanted to read.
Hell yeah.
And then later someone's like, yeah, no, that's coding. And I'm like, oh,
Holla.
okay.
Update
So
that LinkedIn, Sha.
yeah, no, it's not enough. Although I was just on Tumblr, because that's where my website is. I'll never let it go. And, I had to update something. I was like, "Ooh, Lord, do I remember how to do this?" And my fingers did a thing, and I was like, "Oh, wait, there it is. There's the yay, great. Still there, still basic." Um, but yeah, like, people will I don't know, man. That is something that will as long as your life doesn't completely implode
Right.
and then you are unable to bounce back from the implosion, people are probably going to continue to ask you for advice.
Okay. I've
Like
had a
you
lot of that lately, but it's always been comedy. I've had 3 comedians
Mhm.
ask to take me out to lunch.
Oh, sure.
You know, they're like, "Hey, like, I like to pick your brain."
Mhm.
And it's mostly just like offering reassurance that they're not like doing anything wrong. They don't even ask like
Mhm.
any questions. It's usually they like spew
Right.
their
"Am I
headaches or
even?"
issues.
And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah."
Yeah. So yeah, it's fine. You're gonna be okay.
Mhm.
Just keep doing it. Like I don't think I spoke the last one I went to. I might have talked for like 5 minutes. For the hour and a half we hung out together. And I just heard the comic
Yeah.
tell me what they were dealing with, and it was all
Mhm.
like, yeah, like that sounds right. Like that all sucks. It's supposed to suck.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'll get better if you keep doing it.
Mhm.
Um, but hey, what'd you think of the fries? Like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
like, I can't, I don't know, but I don't know. I guess like it's just like this happened to me the first time, like 4 years ago. I went to
Mhm.
a friend of mine's from high school, an estranged friend. Like I hadn't seen him in a while.
Mhm.
I went to his birthday party in Long Island, and and we bumped into like a lot of friends from high school that like I hadn't seen in years.
Mhm.
Or people from high school that I didn't know that well. Um, and in high school, everyone called me G. So besides the fact that like I'm relatively loud, I was also like one of the I was in like a predominantly white school. I stood out a lot. So like
Right.
a lot of people knew me. More people knew my name than I knew theirs.
Right.
So at this party, one kid that I kind of knew told me he was trying to be a comedian. Another two people came up to me and like poured out their souls. Like I knew, well, just to be clear, by the way, this was at a bar. So everybody was very much like
Oh,
emo.
yes.
You know,
Right.
they were
Very
drunk.
drinking. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Like I had a dude was like, yo, G, man, I don't know. Yo, man, like you inspire me, yo. Like I'm a lawyer now and I don't like what I do. And I see how you like left your job and you tell jokes now. And you know, I wanna find that thing that I want to do so I could quit my job. And I'm like, whoa, like hold up. Like you don't throw that
Go.
on me. Like
Yeah.
like maybe you can find that at your law office
Mhm.
that will
Right.
continue to
Yeah.
pay you. See if you find an inspiring case or some shit. But stay
Mhm.
your ass there. I don't want to hear anything about how like there's some story you told your mom. Y'all quit my
Right.
job because
Because of
Gastor
G.
Almonte. G.
Right.
Nah, I want no parts of that. And like, but it happened like 3 times during the course of that night. Like people came up to me and told me that what I'm doing is inspiring. And I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, like I'm really living it. It's not that exciting, my G. Like
Right.
it's real like regular. Like I
Mhm.
had tuna 3 times this week to get by.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's a very like regular life that I hope becomes more. And admittedly, the thing makes me happy, but like it's not like sexy like what you making it sound like. Um, and I guess like I'm surprised at how quickly people view it that way
Mhm.
because like even like now, not that I'm doing well, but I've accomplished more. It's been another 4 or 5 years. I've gotten more things done.
Mhm.
So I can see how viewing it, it looks like I'm doing well. And yet
Mhm.
me living it, I'm like, nah, B, I still ain't I ain't where I would think that doing well means I'm doing well. I
Mhm.
think that makes sense. I'm not at a
Yes.
place where I would be like, "Oh yeah, he's doing well." At least
Right,
to
right,
me.
right.
Now that I'm like in it.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I mean, look, you give off a good-natured vibe, um, and your whole steez is inspiring because you are constantly inspiring yourself to do more and to push, and you're open about that. People who need that gravitate towards it and will ask you because you also seem open enough to respond when someone asks you something like that. And that's probably why they're doing it. And that will I don't know if it will increase as you get older, but it's definitely going to be a steady drip
Okay.
as you get
Okay.
older.
Hey, I'm rooting for everybody to win. Sincerely, man. Like
Right.
I'm trying to give good advice.
Mhm.
I guess like if you're so like people out there, if you hear it and you want to talk to me, I ain't even gonna front. Like talk to me. I'll if I could help, I'm cool helping. But
Mhm.
like try to stick to my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like this was a wild one for me. I didn't know how to answer. I was like, it's a lot of pressure. You want to
Right.
talk to me? You want to punch up a story? Yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? You want to do it on stage? I could talk to you about it.
But okay, so then what about his question maybe is in your wheelhouse? What element of what he asked you do you think is
So,
something that you could be like, "I feel okay addressing it in this way?"
I mean, I gave so he said, should I get into radio bullshit or just advertisement for talent online? That was like the second part of it. So like
Mm.
I told him, like, first I tried to like diffuse it, right? I was like, haha, this is random.
Oh, wow.
Uh, it's like, I put that out there from the jump. Like, listen, I don't know where to go with this one.
Okay,
Um,
well, just so you know, that is not normally how advice columnists start their responses, but as someone who's been reading a bunch of them, they don't usually start with, "All right, I'll give this a shot." No, the article is called "Dear Prudence, Your Prudence Answered the Question." So, but I
hey,
get how it was random to you. I
yo,
just wanted to
I gotta give him the same energy he gave me back. All right. He gave me tension. I'm throwing back tension. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was like, I'd find a way to do the thing you're best at that brings you joy.
Mhm.
There's money in everything. I think the money part will solve itself. Just find a way to do the thing you enjoy, because then you'll do it enough to do it better than other people. And then someone will pay you if you're elite at doing anything.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah,
Someone will pay you if you're elite at doing anything. Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
And then I was like,
That's true.
what
Try
that
to
is
remember.
different for everybody. So yeah,
Oh,
that
that's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
cool.
that's great.
All
Yeah.
right. So look, homie, I hope that helped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know anything about that field of study though. So yeah.
It's kind of a broad, you know what I mean? There's no concentration on a particular thing, just telecommunications is like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
That's why I
that's
went broad with the answer. I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna just give you general life advice, and I think it applies.
Mhm.
But yeah, I felt pressure, 'cause I don't want some 22-year-old out there, making a bad decision, and then like he's like 40, he's like, yo, fuck that dude G. He led me astray, you know? Try help, be good
Oh,
vibes to
man.
people.
Good
That's a
luck to
lot.
you. To anyone who is asking Gastor for advice, good luck to you. And
Sincerely.
I don't mean that in like a good luck, but I mean like actually no, for real, good luck.
Yo, I mean it both ways, and it's me.
Yeah.
Yo, ask me about jokes, ask me about stories, ask me about sandwiches, and real East New York real estate.
Okay.
You can ask me about Charlotte investments in about 5 years,
Okay. All
you
right.
know, and
All
that's
right.
about it. Uh, Moderately successful parenting,
Mhm.
you know. Um,
I'd say rap.
yeah, I'm good there. Yeah, I'll do some hip hop.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that might be it. That might be the whole thing. After
Gotcha.
that, I'm like B level with a lot of stuff. I
Mhm.
think I can handle those topics.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, so you in that range, I'll talk back. If you're not in that range, I'm gonna still talk back. I'm gonna just tell you I don't know. You might get a ha ha. This is random text first. Let's get into the news, shot.
All righty.
Shopify to cut 10% of staff after making a wrong bet about the pandemic online shopping boom. That's right.
Ooh.
Yo, Shopify will lay off approximately 10% of its global staff after making the wrong bet on how long the pandemic fueled surge in online shopping would continue. The CEO of the Canadian e-commerce company announced this week. Pardon me. The cut spanned divisions including recruiting, support, and sales, according to the CEO Toby Lutke, in a memo to the staff, and will take effect by the end of the week. Shopify reported having about 10,000 employees as of the end of 2021. Shopify, an e-commerce platform that helps businesses sell products online and in retail stores, saw demand for its service skyrocket in the early days of the pandemic as almost all retail shifted online because of the shelter in place orders. Before the pandemic, the e-commerce growth had been steady and predictable. Was this surge to be temporary effect or the new normal? The company decided to expand rapidly, betting that the shift to e-commerce over physical retail would continue growing at a faster clip, but it didn't turn out that way. It's now clear that the bet didn't pay off, where pre-COVID data would have suggested it should be at this point.
All
Uh,
right. I'm just trying to figure out what it is exactly they did because man, when people start using business speak and marketing speak, my eyes just roll up in my head and I can't. I physically cannot understand. Like the words are just and I'm like, I don't know what are you talking about? So this is basically for people who wanted to just start selling online.
yeah,
It's like a more corporate Etsy.
yeah. You could
Oh.
attach it a lot with like a lot of like websites, like if you have like a Squarespace site, they're real easy to merge with them. So they
Mhm.
kind of like run all the back office stuff of all those stores. Um, and they
Okay.
Yeah, so they like increased their staff
Mhm.
by a huge amount because they thought that the growth that was happening
Right,
was
was
gonna be
going to be
permanent.
right.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, they got 10 that they said they had 10,000 employees and 10% are losing their gigs. So about 1,000 people are gonna get fired this week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bang.
Okay. Sorry to hear it, Shopify people,
Word up.
but, I mean, a lot of people were taking chances on things post-COVID in a
Real
way that
talk.
I kinda feel like, well, maybe, we should have just been taking chances on each other instead of trying to figure out
The new hustle.
the new hustle,
You know what I
because
mean?
folks are dying. But,
Yo.
whatever, I guess, the pendulum's gonna swing back at you,
Ah, it
so
happens. I knew Shopify went too far because like I had like real hood people that I've grown up with
mhm.
approach me way too excited about like silly shit that they were now selling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my man's I still my boy Mike was like, "Yo, G, stickers." Yeah. He was like, "Yo, the stickers is crazy. I'm in the sticker hustle." And he had like a whole sticker empire planned in his head. And he did well. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a few months actually. I gotta check in on him. But
Mhm.
like he started selling initially it was retail stickers. Like he was selling knockoffs. I guess no one owns them of the stickers that like stores put up where like they write what the sale price is.
Okay.
You know, like
So, like
stars, the squares, like with
yeah.
exclamation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he started with that, and then he was trying to brand them. So like he would do like little slight differences so that they could be his only,
Okay.
you know.
Look, I'm not laughing at your vision, sir. Like, it's fine. But wow. Okay.
Yo, it was just like it's such a big pivot because I was like, yo, my man, like you a delivery dude, like you like
Right.
this is such a we. I've never seen you in a store. I've never seen you open up Photoshop. Like this
Right.
is crazy. Like these are all skills you've never done before.
And
And
did he ever show, an oversized interest in stickers? No?
I didn't know he knew that word, Sha. I've never in my life heard stickers come out of that man's mouth. Like right now, this is the second most time I've said stickers. Besides that conversation, it's not something that comes up in our life.
Right,
And
right.
I've known homie 20 years. I didn't
That's
expect stickers to come up
that's so funny.
straight up. We was talking about stickers rolling dice. Like I
Oh.
don't think that's ever happened before. Like we
Yeah, no,
was
I'd say that's probably a first. I
straight up.
that feels novel. That definitely feels novel.
Yo, it was crazy. It was a very different convo. And like I knew it was weird because like he brought it up and like initially it was like a me and him like aside.
Mhm.
But as we got into it, like the other, like his boys was like, nah, that sticker hustle gonna be crazy. Like he was getting approval. Like I was like, oh, maybe I'm the weirdo that's like,
Right, that's like, "Really?"
yeah. Like I was like, all right, I'll let it go. But yeah, like it was a lot of that. Stickers, uh bracelets, like yo, my peoples was out there. Like that I'll give them. Like there was a lot of people shooting shots this last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like just throwing some haymakers out there. I ain't mad at it. You know? Let's see what happens. Man. Like that's gonna be an era you're gonna look back on like one day. Like, yeah, you remember you was fucking with stickers? Yeah, that shit was
Look,
crazy.
I already look around the house and I see little things that my roommate and I did, and I was like, "Man, remember when that's what we were." Oh, remember when that was our biggest issue a year and a half ago? Boy,
Go figure.
Mhm.
In other news, a father who hasn't stopped farting since eating a ham roll 5 years ago is suing the stall which sold it to him for 200,000 pounds. That's right. Tyrone Prades, 46, bought the offending food item at a Christmas market in Birmingham that he visited with his wife and children. The father was hit by stomach cramps, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea within hours of eating the ham roll in December of 2017 and was bedridden for 5 weeks, his lawyers told the high court.
Oh, wow.
But the bout of what is said to have been salmonella did not end there, with Mr. Pardes being afflicted with regular and uncontrollable flatulence that wakes him up at night and embarrasses him in public ever since, his lawyer said. His lawyer, Robert Parkin, told the court that even after the sickness subsided months later, his stomach was still making awkward churning noises in his gut. He went on, the claimant continues to suffer from excessive flatulence, which causes him a great deal of embarrassment. The symptoms are primarily fatigue and altered bowel function associated with churning within his abdomen and flatulence. The barista added the extent of the symptoms has been life changing. The case hinges over whether the flooring company boss was suffering from salmonella. Other customers fell ill as well. The barista for Frankfurt Christmas market, Philip Davy, I believe that's like a word for lawyer over there. I'm assuming barrister.
Yeah, the barrister, yeah.
Barrister. There you go. I'm over here thinking
Yeah.
drinks. My fault. Uh, the barrister for Frankfurt Christmas market, Philip Davy, which served the ham hock, admitted council environment health officers found E. coli on a knife, but no salmonella. Mr. Davy pointed out that Mr. Prades had not claimed to have suffered from an E. coli infection and that the allegation of salmonella must be proved.
Hmm. Okay. So he got very, very sick. They
Yep.
think it was salmonella, but it could have been E. coli since the E. coli was just chilling on a knife at the sandwich stand.
He was
Um,
saving it. You know what I mean?
but either way, his stomach is forever changed, and now it churns constantly, and he farts nonstop.
All day.
Huh. I mean, oh boy, I'm not. I'm not one for fart humor. But I feel like we've surpassed humor. And now we're getting into no, but for real, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I
The
think
first few days it was probably like, oh, I feel terrible. And then it's like, oh, look at this. I can't stop farting. And then for maybe like 2 months, it's like, I can't seem to stop farting. It's a little funny. But then you're like, oh, I'd like to stop. And then you get to a point of delirium where you're like, what if I fart away forever? And now you're probably just like, I want this to stop. Someone give me money. Like,
yeah, I feel for this dude. I
yeah.
think this is like very high on the list of like things I couldn't bear.
You know what? I mean, if I didn't have to be in public or anything like that, I'll fart.
Yeah, but that's
If
the
no
thing.
one was around, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. But I mean, is there any way I can adjust my life so I can just peacefully fart at home? It's the stomach churning part that would bother me, but if I could just peacefully fart at home, perhaps. I tell you what I wouldn't want, hiccups. To me,
Right.
hiccups equal death to me. When I hear someone with hiccups that won't go away, I think that they are on their last legs. And that could just be because that happened to a family member of mine, not the hiccups. I mean, he was already sick and suddenly he just got hiccups and he never stopped hiccuping for like a month before he passed away. So I'm like, oh no. But hiccups rack my body much more than like a fart.
Oh man, I don't want either of those.
Yeah. But a
Cause like
fart, I
I've
mean,
played the game like where like I'll be like I've been so sick every now and then that like I'll tell like I'll have like a little prayer with God. Like I'll be like, yo,
mhm,
listen, like I know like I'm dealing with all this, but like if you only gave me this
mm,
forever and got rid of the
mhm.
other stuff, I'll make that trade now.
Okay.
You know?
And it's
Like,
never been farting?
no, farting is something that like I can't settle with that one. Like I've had like, for example, like I'll have like a runny nose, like I'll
Mhm,
have like the eye boogers coming out. I have like an
mhm,
infection and I
mhm,
got like a sore throat.
Mhm.
And like I know, like I'll tell God, like, yo, listen, as long as it don't change my voice, I'll take short throat forever if you tell me I'm never getting the other two.
Okay. Okay. I
But
see. I
farting
see.
and like hiccups, that's too much because you're throwing off my swag.
You are. Yes, no, swag is forever gone. If you
Yeah,
are farting.
you know what I mean?
Also, what kind of farts are these? What are we ripping? Are we doing like Miles and Coltrane? Like, what are we doing? Or is it like silent? Is it more of an elephant's call or, just an overall sputtering? Like, what are they dry? Are they wet? Like, what do they change monthly? Like, does it depend on your diet? Like,
So rotation.
yeah, like how is this? I don't know. I do have some questions. I guess I have more questions than I thought I would about the farting part. I'm not trying to figure out the best way to live with it. I mean, absolutely. I hope you get all your coins, sir. But
Yo,
but I also want him to make sure to really go in there with like a camera and see what's going on. Like why are you still farting? Are we sure we can't fix this?
yeah, somebody gotta be able to stop that, B.
There's something.
We've come too far as a people.
Yeah, I feel like there's something.
Come on. There's gotta be
And
a
if
drink you can take.
something that can coat your stomach to keep it from doing all of that. And I mean, if your stomach's churning, is that related to the farting or are those two separate things? And say you spend all this money to fix the stomach and now you still farting. Like, or what? Which I would prefer if it's between a constant stomach ache or farting, I'm gonna pick farting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm okay with finding a job, like quitting comedy and finding a job. I'll just write. Do you know what I mean? I'll become an author.
I'm gonna do shows
Well,
only in theaters. Okay.
yeah, I don't like, I enjoy performing and all that kind of stuff, but I also like, since I was a little kid, I would write and make up stories. I'll do that shit if that'll make me money.
Well, Shy, just
If
so
I
you
could,
know, okay,
uh
if you
huh.
ever get a big flatulence problem, I'm gonna still make sure you get hired somewhere, okay?
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's
Sincerely.
gonna have to be a remote writing room, but I'll do the job.
You gonna
I
zoom
will
in.
be on mute for the entire time, and anything I contribute will be via the chat feature. But I'm in there and I'm paying attention.
Oh man, get all that bread, Father. All right. Come on,
But
Tyrone.
maybe and see if the bread helps. I hope the money helps. Get actual bread and see if eating that will maybe.
Oh man. In other news, unruly passengers forced flight from London and Los Angeles to divert to Salt Lake City. Man, that's a bigger punishment. Okay.
Oh
Disruptive.
wow.
Yeah. I'm not saying Salt Lake City ain't bad. I'm just saying that's not the same energy. Like
Yeah,
if
no, it's
you
different.
going, yeah, if you're going to LA and they're like, now you're going to Salt Lake, like plans are different,
Yeah.
and vice versa. If you going to
Hmm.
Salt Lake and they say, nah, but we going to LA by accident, like that's a very different energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A
Hmm.
disruptive passenger on board a Virgin Atlantic flight from London's Heathrow Airport,
Yep.
uh, Los Angeles on Tuesday, caused the aircraft to be diverted to Salt Lake City, according to an airline statement. The passenger was physically detained by other passengers and flight crew members, and was met by police upon arrival, according to Salt Lake City Police in the statement. The flight then continued to Los Angeles and landed about 4 hours after its scheduled arrival. The safety and well-being of our customers and crew is always our top priority, and we don't tolerate any behavior that compromises this.
Yada 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 yada. This has doesn't tell you exactly what the person did. And
Yeah.
also, if you're flying from London to Los Angeles and you pull over at Salt Lake City, that's wild because you almost there. You're almost there.
Like, really? You couldn't hold them a little
You
longer?
could, yeah. Like you're almost there. Y'all couldn't tape them to the. Remember, we were taping motherfuckers to the seats. Y'all couldn't have done that.
We so close, but you added 4 hours
Yeah.
to my trip
Now,
time.
we got to sit here and wait for them to wheel you off of this damn plane, the cops to come and all that shit. You could have just look, I'm not saying you gotta always tie people down, but I feel like if we were doing it before,
We
not
could
that
have.
long ago, we were so close from London to
Yeah,
LA, and you
yeah.
get us pulled over in Salt Lake City. It's not like you pulling us over in fucking Maine or New York or Virginia or some shit like that. That's one time zone away. We are
Seriously,
almost there. We are
you
almost
punishing the
there.
customers.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Nah, B. We could have took turns holding them down.
Absolutely.
Yo, this your shift. You got them for like 15 minutes. We gonna give you $10 off and a free
You're
dinner for helping
so
out.
close. You're so close.
Yo,
That's wild.
Virgin Airlines, come on, B. Step y'all
Yeah.
game up, son. I got
Put on them flashing lights. Those flights look like a damn disco anyway. Do something. Distract the dude and then tape him to the chair and then keep it moving.
we expect more. At this point now, I believe that the pilot is from Salt Lake City.
I
He
just
was just
wanted
looking for
to,
an excuse to stop there.
yeah.
That
Yeah, he's
makes more
probably like,
sense.
well, I mean, while we're here, we can go to my favorite burger place or whatever.
It's in the airport. You know what I mean? It's real
Yeah,
quick.
it's right there. It's real easy.
Yeah, this
He
sad
just
who that dude
leaves.
that be using the bathroom too much. You know what I
Yeah, he
mean?
just leaves the plane idling while he runs in for his regular.
Yo, put it in neutral. I'll be right back, son.
Oh man.
Finally, Kim K and Kylie Jenner urge Instagram to stop trying to be TikTok.
Ooh!
Yo, I'm kind of
Wow!
about this. Kim
Oh man.
Kardashian and Kylie Jenner have joined in the cause urging Instagram to stop mimicking TikTok's focus on video-oriented content and asking the Meta-owned platform to return to prioritizing photos. Both sisters posted the same message for their 687 million cumulative followers on Instagram stories. Make Instagram Instagram again. The post continues. Stop trying to be TikTok. I just want to see cute photos of my friends. Sincerely, everyone.
Ooh, shit.
Yo, the message served as the lead image on a change.org petition that Jenner and Kardashian reposted to their stories. It launched July 22nd. It had fewer than 100,000 signatures initially before the sisters reshared. The petition has shot up to more than 150,000 signees. Mark Zuckerberg, head of Meta, which owns Instagram, has been aggressively pushing the app to focus on more short video content in order to compete with TikTok, and many users have not responded well to the change. Instagram CEO Adam Mosseri released a video on Tuesday to respond to the growing backlash. I'm hearing a lot of concerns about right now about photos and how we're shifting to video. Now, I want to be clear. We're going to continue to support photos. It's part of our heritage. That said, I need to be honest. I do believe that more and more of Instagram is going to become video over time. We see this even if we do nothing. So we're going to have to lean into that shift.
Okay, because I saw the video that the CEO put up, but I didn't know what I thought he was just talking about overall, like Instagram sucks. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like a concerted effort from the Kardashian style family.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. I got a few things to say. One, Mark Zuckerberg, why do you have such a fucking hard on for turning things to video?
Word.
Why? Why do you keep you literally fucked up Facebook in the same way by forcing Facebook Live and Facebook video and all this shit and making it harder for people to just do like post informational type things. Like it had to be video, and then you would move it towards the Facebook kind and saying telling publications that we won't prioritize you on our in our news feed unless it's a video. So now all of these publications make the quote pivot to video because that's what they kept telling all their we got to let all these writers go because we're making the pivot to video, and they start making video, and then it comes out Facebook was lying about these numbers anyway. None of the shit that they were
Yeah.
saying, like everybody's doing this, all that was bullshit.
Yo.
So you already did this. We already did this. And
Yeah.
then now you got Instagram, and now you're gonna do it with Instagram as if we didn't just see what happened?
Come on,
Like,
B.
that's wild. Quit making it. You don't do so well on video.
At
Like,
all.
why do you are a weird looking man, still or moving, and if I have a choice, I'm a want still,
Yeah.
because moving, you're creepy. So that's my number one to Mark Zuckerberg. Um, Number two to the Instagram CEO guy, like, don't tell me, how dare you? Like, he was very like, hey, look, yeah, we still gonna have your little pictures. That's what we did before. But hey, we doing this, and you either need to get with it or go. And it's
Yeah.
like,
It felt a little stank, right? Like, I don't know.
yeah, I was just like, I mean, I am not someone who can develop whatever we develop, but photographs, people like looking at photographs.
Yeah.
And it may not be in the same way, but this feels like a death knell for them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, oh, this is the beginning of the end for Instagram,
Right.
because they really are forcing people's hand in a way that it's like, yo, there is literally a thing for this, and if you want that, you can go there.
Yeah. Like, they're
A-
reminding me to go to TikTok.
yes, right, exactly. And they've made the things. TikTok has figured things out and made things easier because it's instinctive. Instagram, at a certain point, once they wanted to start grabbing things that other companies did, they broke it down and they explained it in a way to people for whom it wasn't intuitive. Like, the reason I mess with stories was because Instagram explained stories in a way that Snapchat did not with their situation.
Right.
Because that's all it is just what Snapchat was. But they actually explained how it works.
Yeah.
Where Snapchat was like, you just gotta be a kid. Who knows? And I was like, oh, I'm not a kid and I don't know. So I guess I'll wait for Instagram to explain it to me. But TikTok is it also requires a little bit of, like, it would be nice if they kind of explained a few things, but you just have to spend a lot of time on the site to figure it out. Um, but now Instagram isn't taking all the TikTok stuff and then explaining it to you, like, how to do it. They also are just like, well, you just have to spend time on our site. And also, we're making everything this now. So it's the only way that you can do. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you limit my choice? Like,
It's
okay.
stupid.
Yeah.
There's other people making dope shit. Like, and
Yep.
you were the house for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
People took photos, they went there. You know what I mean? People like posted witty memes or jokes and texts. They went there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had a home. And if you want to do video, make it another app that innately does video. This
Yeah.
innately did the other stuff. And
Right.
it would have been permanently the home for that. Instead, you like giving that up, and you're not gonna catch up to TikTok. All the best Instagram videos have the TikTok image on it.
Thank you.
They were
The
already
only
posted.
Yeah, I literally watch. There's someone that I follow who goes through and picks out all these TikToks that she likes. There are TikTok curators on IG
Mm-hmm.
where they pick out the best of them and they just move them on over, because TikTok made it easy to fucking share that shit with the other things.
Yeah.
And Instagram don't even want to share it with us, the people who are on it. The shit that you make on there, they don't even want to share with you.
Make it
Whereas
here, keep
TikTok,
people
like, here
here.
you go ahead and stick that wherever you want to stick it. So TikTok is understanding that nature a little bit more. And so there are people I follow where I'm just like, all right, let's see. And that is what I'm finding funny on TikTok, is what I've seen on IG. How is
Yeah.
that?
Telling
And
you.
now I'm like, well, maybe I just go over to TikTok to try and look for that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it's, they're forcing hands in the way. I got to be honest with you. Honestly, over the past few weeks, I've been disenchanted, I guess, with both Twitter and Instagram.
Mm.
And I didn't know if that would, where whatever the new hot thing is, I would just be like, yeah, I think I'm done. But I do. I feel like I'm kind of done with those. And it's a struggle for me to kind of, and I don't know if that's partially because this is how I have to get the word out, or, I feel like no one is seeing what I'm doing. uh and is
Yeah.
it worth, like, going through all this? And like, it's a weird thing. So I'm like, I don't know. It's also some of us are built more for photographs than we are for video.
Yeah, it's a different medium. It's a different
It's a
skill.
different medium. So why disregard what dance with the one who brung you,
Yeah,
basically.
that's it, B.
So I mean, I did not see me ever going this hard for something that Kim Kardashian has ever posted, but I'm here for it.
Hey,
Just
say
leave
what you
well
will.
enough alone.
If those two young ladies are experts at this.
At working it. Yes.
Yeah, like that
So
is the thing. That is the thing. They're not saying that video doesn't have a place, but they're
right.
saying that photos do too, and you are
Right.
eliminating that.
Photos. Yeah, you're eliminating that just so and you're calling it your heritage. What heritage? Y'all been around for like 12 years. What's heritage? Photographs have been around longer. Just fucking make it so. Oh boy. It's ridiculous.
If you
It's
would
so
like
stupid.
for Shalewa
Uh-oh.
to start being active on TikTok, you can like and subscribe to the show, but it still might not happen. If you are an Apple Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't believe Shalewa could up her TikTok poster schedule, but you haven't seen how often she tweets. She's gonna make a hard pivot.
Yeah, yeah. Anything's possible.
Dreams are gonna lie, baby. It's gonna happen. 5
Mhm.
stars, you know it's gonna go down, okay? We're gonna get daily Shalewa TikToks. It's gonna be
Okay.
crazy. Mostly
Alright.
centered around her cat.
Oh, wow. That's the thing is I probably have to start one for the cat. From being honest, that's what gets the most engagement right now.
I love that. Yeah, how'd you get famous? I'm still not famous, actually. My cat.
Yeah, I'm not, but the cat's doing well.
Cat's got 2 brand deals.
I know, right?
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram. Maybe on TikTok soon. Who knows? At Silky
Yeah.
Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. I don't know how deep.
Oh, if you are looking for me on TikTok, it's Silky Jumbo, but the O at the end is a 0. I also have the original Silky Jumbo, but I kept forgetting that password. I have since remembered it, but I don't post anything there. Anyway, you'll find me. If you're really wanting me to do TikTok, I swear I'll try.
There you go. Okay. The other Silky Jumbo on TikTok is her heritage. Okay.
Yes, it's my heritage. I've forgotten my roots.
With all that said, I am the soon to be more proactively posting on TikTok, Gastor Almonte.
I mean, he's doing a good job, everybody. You should follow him on TikTok. He really is.
Thank you.
Churning these things out.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I noticed. It's good.
Thank you. With the soon to be prolific TikTok posting, Shalewa Sharpe.
I gotta get a new phone.
This has been 48-minute episode that will be cut up into 15-second editions. For Report Podcast. Catch y'all next time. Peace.